Hi, everyone. Can police officers be held accountable for obstruction of justice? Well, the answer is yes. They can be charged with obstruction of justice. So basically, obstruction of justice is when someone interferes with the legal process, and this can apply to law enforcement officers as well as civilians. Okay. For lying, investigators tampering with things, preventing witnesses from testifying. So, police misconduct. Okay. It's just a broad term encompassing of various actions that impede on the legal process. Okay, so it's usually associated with criminals, but it can be applied to law enforcement because when they're interfering with investigations, um, that's it hinders the justice system. So let's see, fabricating evidence, lying, outright lying, and preventing witnesses from testifying by either not going to them or, intimidating them or threatening them, kind of like that was my son. Why are you preventing me from talking? Why are you threatening me and telling me, oh, you didn't go back there, did you? Preventing me from talking to neighbors, which they have no right to do. Tampering with evidence, destroying evidence, concealing evidence, altering evidence that's relevant. Yes, you people at the medical examiner's office, Chrissy Neaton, okay? You've lied so much and you've distorted and changed things. Don't think I don't know. And trying to lie and say that I said things that clearly no one would believe you that I would say. And why would I say them? Falsifying reports. Remember that. Don't falsify your reports. I already know you falsified your reports and you changed it a whole lot. Okay, so by the way, Florida law, I'm going to read you this. Florida law specifically addresses obstruction of justice in Chapter 843 of the Florida statutes. These statutes outline various actions that can constitute obstruction, including resisting or opposing an officer, providing false information, and failing to assist law enforcement when required. But it can apply to the same for the law officers. So there's consequences, guys. There's consequences of justice charges that can range from misdemeanors to felonies. Okay, depending on the severity and nature of the offense. Penalties include fine, imprisonment, in some cases, loss of employment or professional licenses. Keep that in mind. In conclusion, police officers are not immune to obstruction of justice charges. If they engage in actions that interfere with the legal process, they can be held accountable under the law. Keep that in mind, okay? Staley, you didn't do your job. You lied. Okay. From the moment you got there, you claimed it as a suicide, and it wasn't a damn suicide. And then everybody lied for one another because all the evidence came into play that no, he couldn't have done this to himself because there's so much evidence. And then Nitten, you lied, you piece of crap. You narcissistic piece of garbage. You tattooed, vulgar piece of trash. You showed up there to give me a USB to try to get me arrested and to complicate my life. I already lost my son. All I wanted was pictures that I paid for, that I'm on the death certificate and I still needed to get papers notarized. And you are making it harder for me and Staley, preventing me from talking to people to ask questions. How dare all of you? Yes, you're all obstructing justice. Okay? Keep that in mind and you will pay. Okay? You won't pay me. You will pay through the court system. And I will make sure you get your just due for everything that you've done to me and probably a lot of other people too. I'm going to bring you out for everybody to see. And then you can explain it all to them. I'm not going to go over there and put myself in a jail cell to get any justice. That's not justice. Justice is when everybody sees you exposed for the trash you are and for what you are doing to the law enforcement system, making it look like garbage and obstructing justice. No, you're not going to get away with this obstruction. That's the last one you do. Watch. Everyone's going to see what you are.